Okay, we're back. It has been 1 hour. You can see it looks like it did when we put it there, but you're going to see when we do the stretch and fold right now how the consistency of the dough changes. So we washed our hands. It's best to have your hands wet, just because this dough is going to be a little sticky right now, so you want to have it wet. The first stretch and fold, you want to grab from one end, stretch up, put it right over, and then go to the next side, do the same thing. You're going to pull up, stretch it over, pull up, stretch over, and go to the fourth side, do the same thing. This is where I do things a little different, like some people just do that and set it back down. I take it out of the bowl, and I keep going. I stretch it again, stretch it again, and you'll see the dough's going to start to smooth out a lot better. Any dry chunks of flour that are still in here are going to be worked deep into the dough, and they're going to get some moisture into them. By the time we do the next stretch and fold, it's going to be a much smoother dough. Put it back in the bowl. You want to have what they call surface tension, where try to work it to the bottom so you have nice round ball. We're going to set a timer for 20 minutes, and we're going to do this again. We're going to do this 5 times, 20 minutes, 5 times. We'll be back in 20. All right, we're back. It's been 20 minutes. It's time for the second stretch and fold. Same as we did before. Start in one end, stretch it up, pull it over. See, I didn't wet my hands, and the dough's sticking to me. Let's wet the hands real quick. All right. Same thing as before, I'm going to pull one from each end, stretch it up, and then I'm going to take it out and just stretch it in my hand. So I like to roll it, kind of like a burrito, and then do it again the opposite way. I'm going to put it back in the bowl again. You want to stuff it down towards the bottom again. You want to tuck it in. Have a nice little ball. We're going to cover it with the plastic. 20 more minutes, and then we'll do number 3. All right, it's time for our third stretch and fold. You take a look at the dough. It's looking nice and smooth. Any of those chunks are starting to disappear. I got this sprayer. It just helps me to keep the hands moist so the dough doesn't stick to me. Oh, let's take the watch off. All right. Same thing again. We're going to pull it from the side, stretch it over, go to the next quarter, repeat. Do it for all 4 sides, and then I'm still going to take it out, and we're going to do our little burrito method again. So fold it over, over again. You see the dough's getting a lot smoother. It's looking a lot nicer. Went from that hot mess when we first mixed it, and now it's looking like an actual dough. All right. Shape it into a ball again, tuck in the sides and the bottom. Look at that. Looks so much nicer now. That's number 3. We're going to cover it up. We got 2 more. We'll be back in 20. All right, it's time for our fourth stretch and fold. We're almost done. We got one more after this. All right, hands are washed, watch is off. We're gonna moisten the hands. Same as the last few times. Pull up from the side, rotate, stretch, rotate, stretch, rotate. Again, we're going to take it out. Do our little burrito method. You can see how the dough has smoothed out a lot since we started. Looks much more like an actual dough. Put her back in. Tuck the sides. Number 4. And cover it back up. We'll be back in 20 minutes for the last stretch and fold. All right, it's time for our last stretch and fold, number 5. Let's get the hands wet. Take the watch off. All right. Same as all the other times. Look at how pretty it is. So much better than when we started. Remember again, you're going to tuck in the bottom. You want that surface tension. You want it to be stretched out. Look at that. Gorgeous. All right. So what we're going to do now, cover it up. We're going to pop it in the oven. The oven is not on. But we are going to turn on the light. We're going to let it sit there. It's going to take about 8 hours to proof up. So what you see right now, this little ball, when we come back, you're going to have a bowl full of dough. And that's when we're going to do our shaping. So it's going to be about 8 hours. For this, we're at about 5,000 feet elevation, and it's warmer weather, so it depends where you live, how long it will take. But for us, it's going to be about 8 hours. So we'll be back. Okay, so we have our oven. We have the light on only. The oven itself is off. We're going to place it in here next to the light. It's just going to give it a little bit of warmth so that the dough could rise. I'm going to close that. We're going to leave it, and we'll be back.